He woke up in a body that was already dying. The strongest villain in the world. The great patriarch of the evil sky pavilion. But there was a problem. His power was gone. The old villain has now only 3 days left to live. And his 9 disciples? They were the most dangerous villains under the sun. They were waiting for him to die, so they could kill him and take his treasures. The story starts from a vast mountain range. Towering peaks glow faintly blue and green, spiritual veins running through the stone like flowing light. At the highest point stands a solitary structure, ancient, silent, immovable. The evil sky pavilion. This is Golden Court Mountain. At the foot of the mountain, several figures stand facing the slope, their voices carrying through the wind. One of them scoffs openly, killing intent barely concealed. He sneers at the forces below and curses the so-called righteous cultivators, accusing them of exploiting weakness and striking when their enemy was vulnerable. He speaks recklessly, eager to charge down the mountain and slaughter them all. Another disciple stops him immediately. Calm, controlled. He warns the third senior brother not to be impulsive, reminding him that the enemy's confidence itself is suspicious. This siege is a trap, and rushing forward would only play into their hands. A third voice joins in, quieter but sharper. This disciple agrees with the warning. She reasons that panic would only worsen the situation. Even if their master is unable to intervene personally, the presence of several disciples alone is enough to keep the righteous sect from acting rashly. We soon learn the terrifying truth. Ji Tiandao is currently under siege. Tens of thousands of experts from the righteous path have surrounded him. And even worse, his own disciples, the very ones he painstakingly cultivated, are secretly plotting to betray their master and destroy their own sect. His eldest disciple, Yu Zhenghai, after leaving the mountain, founded the Netherworld sect, a sect that now claims to be the #1 demonic sect in the world. The second disciple, Yu Shangrong, has become a fearsome sword demon, a name so terrifying that people tremble at the mere mention of it. He is known to engage in slaughter at the slightest provocation. The sixth disciple, Ji Tiandao, is now the beloved princess of a Yu palace. She is revered by countless female cultivators and feared across the cultivation world as the fairy Shura. The seventh disciple, Si Wuya, controls an intelligence network that spans the entire world. Once, using nothing but strategy, he instigated a massive war by sowing discord between powerful factions, causing countless deaths and injuries. The eighth disciple, Zhou Honggong, achieved the title of the Evil King only a few years after leaving the mountain. And the ninth disciple, Yenner, was the most recent disciple to join the sect. Among all of them, she is the only one who still retains a trace of conscience. At this moment, Lu Zhou slowly opened his eyes. Fragmented memories began flooding into his mind. In his previous life, he was a high-ranking executive, but now he had transmigrated into the body of the demon lord, Ji Tiandao. Through the memories he inherited, Lu Zhou learned what had happened just 1 month ago. The top 10 experts of the righteous path had laid a trap. Together, they besieged the demon lord, Ji Tiandao. Yet even against 10 of the strongest cultivators alive, Ji Tiandao fought them alone, single-handedly. The battle ended in a stalemate, but the price was severe. He was left with grave injuries. And now, experts from the righteous path are already gathering outside, preparing to launch a massive assault on his stronghold. Unfortunately, Ji Tiandao has already lived for nearly 1,000 years, which is dangerously close to the limit of a cultivator's lifespan. As he grows older, his once terrifying deterrence is slowly fading. To make matters worse, 5 of his 9 disciples have already betrayed him. Their rebellion now threatens to completely destroy his authority. Thinking about all of this, Lu Zhou could not help but laugh bitterly, because the situation he had just inherited was nothing short of hopeless. His body was now extremely weak, and just as he tried to stand up, he immediately sat back down again. Outside the pavilion, The disciples saw that Master had awakened. They quickly rushed inside. The fourth disciple, Ming Shirin, stepped forward and reported the situation. Master, it will not take long before the experts of the righteous path break through the defensive barrier. The third disciple, Duanmu Sheng, frowned deeply. He suggested going out to ask the eldest senior brother for help. After all, considering their master-disciple relationship, he should not refuse. The fifth disciple, Zhou Yu, also spoke. She suggested seeking help from the seventh junior brother. After all, his intelligence network spread across the entire world. Before she could finish speaking, Lu Zhou suddenly interrupted them. The barrier of Jinting Mountain is strong enough to hold, for a while. Although Lu Zhou was extremely anxious inside, he forced himself to remain calm and scolded them because he absolutely could not reveal the truth. His cultivation had already completely collapsed. If that secret were exposed, then before the cultivators of the righteous path could kill him, these very disciples might take his life first. Disperse. I already have my own plan to deal with the enemy. Hearing this, the four disciples immediately withdrew. Only after they left did Lu Zhou finally let out a long breath. The truth was, he had no plan at all. He only wanted a moment of peace and quiet. With these four disciples lurking like hungry wolves, and the countless righteous cultivators surrounding the mountain, along with his own frail body, Lu Zhou was already on the verge of despair. Just as he was silently cursing his fate, a voice suddenly echoed inside his mind.
Mission completed. Merit system activated. Host 2 weak. Newbie gift package available. Would you like to open it?
Ding. Detection of host complete. Mission requirement achieved. Passing on teachings and inheritance for 1,000 years. Completed. Merit system activated. Lu Zhou's heart trembled. At that moment, he finally understood why Ji Tiandao had worked so hard to cultivate 9 disciples. What a pity, working hard his entire life, only to make wedding clothes for others. Just then, another notification appeared. Main quest triggered. Defeat the enemy. Host detected to be extremely weak. Reward granted. Newbie gift package. Would you like to open it? Hearing this, Lu Zhou's eyes suddenly lit up. This series of prompts finally gave him a glimmer of hope. Then, he obtained a reversal card, which could restore a portion of his vitality. He also obtained 3 peak state cards, each use granting 30 minutes of his peak state. And finally, 5 fatal block cards, a passive effect that could block 5 fatal strikes. Lu Zhou didn't hesitate. Without thinking further, he immediately used the reversal card. In an instant, the vitality of the surrounding vegetation, trees, grass, even the air itself, transformed into streams of energy and surged violently into his body. The entire pavilion trembled. Energy flowed like a storm. At that moment, the third disciple, Duanmu Sheng, exclaimed in shock. Such powerful energy! Master truly possesses abilities he has never taught us. Another voice followed. Little Yenner, Master always dotes on you the most. What kind of technique is this? Hearing this, Yenner looked completely confused. How would I know? Master has always been unfathomable. At the same time, a cold voice echoed from outside the barrier. Come out and face your death. Everyone's expression changed instantly. It's Zhou Jifeng, a senior disciple of the Heavenly Sword sect. It said he has already stepped into the divine court realm. Even in a one-on-one fight, he wouldn't even be worthy of facing my little martial sister. But unfortunately, they have strength in numbers. These people alone are nothing to fear. But the 10 great experts, those are the real problem. Another disciple spoke coldly. If the 4 of us choose to escape, who could possibly stop us? Hearing this, Yuaner's expression changed. She became slightly angry. Senior brothers, senior sisters. Have you never thought about it? Fighting alongside Master, the 5th disciple replied indifferently. Little junior sister, you joined late. There are many things you don't understand. Meanwhile, Lu Zhou had been studying the system this entire time. After using the reversal card, he could clearly feel it, a renewed vigor, coursing through his body. His remaining lifespan had been restored to 313 days. But for him, that was still far from enough. He needed to return to his youthful state. This old, decaying body was simply too uncomfortable. After a brief moment of thought, he slowly stepped out of the pavilion. In an instant, the 4 disciples appeared beside him. Seeing Zhou standing upright, they were visibly shocked. Duanmu Sheng stepped forward and spoke. "Master, your disciples request permission to battle. We will annihilate them, without leaving a single trace." Zhou's eyes narrowed slightly. Just that one glance was enough. Duanmu Sheng's heart trembled. He instinctively lowered his head. "I already have a plan. To defeat the enemy. Follow me to engage in battle." With that, Zhou strode forward, toward the edge of the formation. At this moment, the attackers were already trying to break the barrier. Explosions echoed, as waves of energy slammed into the formation. Suddenly, a disciple of the Heavenly Sword sect shouted, "Be careful! The old demon is coming." The crowd instantly grew tense. All eyes turned toward Jinting Mountain. And then, Zhou appeared. He stood calmly, right at the edge of the barrier. Behind him, his disciples were confused. Why did Master stop there? Outside, Luo Changfeng narrowed his eyes. Then he laughed. It's only been a month, and yet, the demon patriarch seems to be getting younger." Zhou let out a cold scoff. Zhu said, "You've grown bold." Changfeng's expression darkened slightly as anger flickered in his eyes. "I'll give you one last chance. Surrender, and we of the righteous path will leave your body intact. You will be granted a proper death." Zhu Jifeng shouted loudly, "You fool must be this old man's disciples. I'll give you a chance. Join the righteous path, and help us kill him." Ming Shiyin looked at him coldly. "Enough. Master, your disciple asked to fight. I can't wait any longer." Zhu raised his hand. "No need. These so-called righteous people will never give you a fair fight." In the sky, Luo Changfeng laughed. "Everyone knows about the evil deeds of Jinting Mountain. You have killed countless people. Today, the righteous path has come together to destroy you. Blame no one but yourselves." Zhu spoke calmly. "Righteous or evil, I decide that. If my disciples make mistakes, I will punish them myself. It is not your place to judge." Luo Changfeng laughed loudly. "Old fool, can you even control your own disciples? Your eldest disciple leads the Netherworld sect. He destroys other sects. And what about the princess of the western regions? Wasn't she taken by your disciple?" Zhu answered calmly. "Yes." Luo Changfeng smiled. "Good. Then what about the 30,000 people who died in Rongbei? Was that also your doing?" Zhu's eyes turned cold. "They are not our people. Why should I care? Spare me your fake mercy." Luo Changfeng became angry. "Enough. Let's see how long you can keep pretending." While Luo Changfeng kept provoking Zhu, Ming Shiyin was thinking to himself, "Something is not right. Master is not acting like his usual self. He must have been badly injured in the last battle. Otherwise, he would never stand here and listen to all this nonsense." Luo Changfeng said coldly, "Now, you will die." He raised his hand, and suddenly, a rain of swords fell from the sky. All of them rushed toward Ji Tiandao. Little Yang panicked. "Master, move quickly." Standing beside her, Ming Shiyin frowned. Even if Master is not injured, it will still be very hard for him to take such a powerful attack head-on. At that moment, Zhao Yu and Duanmu Sheng moved at the same time. They rushed forward to block the attack. Zhao Yu said, "You cannot die yet, old man." Duanmu Sheng added, "Without giving me your weapons and secret techniques, I will not let you die." At that moment, Ji Tiandao finally understood. These disciples were only after his treasures. Their true intentions were now completely exposed. Zhao Yu and Duanmu Sheng spoke again. "Master, quickly, return to the barrier." They diverted the attack and quickly brought him back to safety behind the barrier. For a moment, Everything went quiet. Then the crowd started laughing. Luo Changfeng mocked. So this is your strength. The great demon patriarch needs his disciples to protect him? Lu Ju ignored them. He looked at the system. I only have a little time left. Before fighting them, I must deal with my own people first. His voice turned cold. Duanmu Sheng, who gave you permission to act? Duanmu Sheng quickly knelt down. Master, I was worried about you. Mingshi Yin smiled slightly. Master, there is no need for this. Senior brother, stand up. The respect disappeared from Duanmu Sheng's face. He slowly stood up. Zhou, you spoke first. Master, as long as you give us your cultivation techniques and weapons, we will do everything we can to help you escape, and you will still remain our master. Yenner stepped forward in shock. Senior brothers, senior sisters, what are you saying? At that moment, Luo Changfeng laughed loudly. So, old demon, you may have escaped the heavens, but your own evil has caught up to you. Even your own disciples are betraying you. Lu Zhou looked at Yenner. Yenner, what about you? Do you also wish to leave me? It doesn't matter what you say. Your senior brothers and sisters have already made their choice. Yenner immediately knelt down. Master, your disciple would never dare. I will never leave you. At that moment, the system appeared. Loyalty values began to show. Mingshi Yin, 15% decreasing. Duanmu Sheng, 23% decreasing. Zhao Yu, 35% decreasing. Only Yenner's loyalty remained steady. A system message appeared. If loyalty drops to 0, the disciple will betray the sect and become an enemy. If loyalty rises above 80%, they will never betray. If it exceeds 90%, they will remain completely loyal. Lu Zhou said calmly, since that is the case, there is no need for me to keep pretending. Yes, I am injured, but that does not mean you can defy me. He crushed the card in his hand. Boom! A powerful wave of energy burst out. The three disciples were instantly thrown backward, blood spilling from their mouths. Only Yenner remained standing. Her eyes were wide. She couldn't believe what she was seeing. For a moment, the entire world fell silent. The three quickly crawled back and knelt down. Master, we were wrong. Lu Zhou ignored them. He took a slow breath. So this is the power of the peak state. Everything before him felt like nothing. With just a single move, he could crush them all. A surge of energy shot into the sky. The barrier around Jinting Mountain shattered completely. The 10 righteous experts froze in shock. Wasn't he injured? How could he release such power? The cultivators who had mocked him earlier, their legs began to tremble. The three disciples knelt in fear. Lu Zhou looked at them coldly. Disobeying your master comes with punishment. Golden light gathered at his fingertips. Bang! The three were blasted away, crashing into a distant mountain. I'll deal with you later. Lu Zhou looked ahead. Time was running out. The real battle was just beginning. He stepped into the air. A powerful aura exploded around him. 100 tribulations. Dharma body. A massive golden figure appeared behind him. Below it, an 8-petal golden lotus slowly rotated. Each turn released waves of energy. Seeing this, Luo Changfeng shouted, block it! Together, the 10 experts moved at once. Their Dharma bodies appeared, forming a massive wall in the sky. The entire battlefield lit up. Weaker cultivators ran in fear. Some were too slow and were badly injured by the pressure. Lu Zhou looked down at them. You like using swords? Then I'll use a sword too. A bright sword formed between his fingers. In perfect heaven's favor. On the ground, Duanmu Sheng's body trembled. That technique, he recognized it instantly. For years, he tried to learn it, but his master had never taught him. Now, he finally understood. They were completely wrong. Their master was far beyond them. At this moment, the three finally understood something. Their master was not weak at all. In fact, he felt even stronger than before. First, he used the Dharma body. Then, he used the heaven's imperfect sword. Both were high-level techniques, ultimate techniques, and when used together, their power multiplied, not just a little, but up to 10 times stronger. Luo Changfeng knew this very well. His face changed instantly. Retreat. Everyone retreat now. But it was already too late. Lu Zhou had already gathered his full power. His Dharma body and his true self felt like they had become one, completely merged. Then, he swung his sword. A single strike. That was all it took. Those who couldn't dodge were instantly cut in half. The battlefield turned silent. Only the 10 top experts survived. Even they were completely shocked. How is he this strong? He doesn't feel weaker. He feels even stronger than before. The other experts could not understand what was happening. How could Lu Zhou use 2 extreme-level techniques, one after another? And even after using them, there wasn't even a single wrinkle on his face. Instead, he looked even stronger than before. Lu Zhou finally understood something. This peak experience card was truly powerful. It was almost like cheating. Every time he used his power, and his energy was about to run out, the card would instantly restore it. Because of these powerful techniques, hundreds of cultivators had already lost their lives. The battlefield was in chaos. People were running everywhere, trying to escape. But Lu Zhou didn't even look at them. To him, they didn't matter. His focus was only on the powerful elders. Lu Zhou looked at them calmly. You want to run? You're too slow. The moment he said that, he disappeared, like lightning, in the sky. Only a faint afterimage remained. All the disciples were stunned. This was a divine technique. Blink. With this one could move anywhere in an instant. It was perfect for chasing or escaping, but it consumed a huge amount of vitality. Ming-Shi spoke nervously. Senior brother, we should run. Master is using powerful moves one after another. I never thought he could use such ultimate techniques. If he is this strong, why'd he hide it from us? Yenner said calmly. Listen to me. Stay here. Master has a divine technique. You won't be able to escape. Hearing this, the 3 felt despair. Meanwhile, Luo Changfeng was fleeing through the forest, moving fast with the wind. He kept looking back. No one was chasing him. He finally sighed in relief. But then, a cold chill ran down his spine. A familiar voice spoke behind him. I've been waiting for you for quite some time. Why are you only here now? Luo Changfeng froze. Cold sweat covered his back. Lu Zhou looked at him and smiled faintly. What happened? Where is your arrogance now? Luo Changfeng forced himself to speak. You've already used so much power. If you continue, you'll exhaust yourself. Before he could finish, Lu Zhou moved again. His Dharma body appeared once more. He said, my power is not ordinary. I only use final moves. Then, the massive Dharma body descended, like the sky itself collapsing. In this world, very few can master this technique, and even fewer can reach the 8-leaf golden lotus. Under this pressure, Luo Changfeng couldn't resist. He coughed blood, his body shaking in fear. Boom! The Dharma body crashed down. Like a mountain, the ground trembled. When the dust cleared, Luo Changfeng was gone. Nothing remained. Lu Zhou looked at the battlefield calmly. After dealing with the enemy, he still had a few minutes left. There was no need to chase the others. Even if he caught them, it wouldn't change anything. Once the effect of the peak experience card ended, he would be in danger again. The system mission appeared. Discipline the evildoers. Increase Yenner's loyalty to above 80%. Punish the 3 disciples. Lu Zhou didn't waste any time. He used his ability and returned to Jinting Mountain. The moment he landed, the power inside him began to fade. The peak state was gone. A slight sense of loss appeared in his heart. That kind of power was truly intoxicating. How long would it take to reach that level on his own? With his current body, who could he even defeat? From now on, he had to be careful. He could not let anyone see through him. With these thoughts, he slowly walked toward the 3 disciples. They were already kneeling, their bodies trembling in fear. Their loyalty had increased slightly, but it was still far from enough. Lu Zhou ignored them. Instead, he looked at Yenner. Yenner, help me back. Yenner immediately ran over, supporting him carefully. As they walked away, Duan Musheng spoke in a low voice. Old Fourth, this is all your fault. Ming-Shi frowned. How is this my fault? I clearly checked. Master was injured. Who knew? it would turn out like this? Zhao Yu said coldly. You miscalculated. Mingshi Yin sighed. Or maybe, Master was just hiding his strength. Duan Musheng looked ahead. Do you still think we can escape? Did you not see his power? Soon, Lu Zhou returned to the pavilion. He sat down and took a sip of tea. Then he spoke calmly. Do you know your mistake? Yenner quickly knelt down. Master, your disciple knows she was wrong. Please believe me. I would never betray you. Lu Zhou shook his head slightly. That is not what I'm talking about. At the end of last year, did you leave Jinting Mountain and steal cultivation manuals from 2 great sects? Answer me. Yenner lowered her head. Yes, Master. Lu Zhou's eyes narrowed slightly. There was no such memory before. Yenner continued softly. 4th senior brother said, if we cannot enter the sinister list, we are not worthy of being your disciples. So I went. Lu Zhou frowned slightly. Sinister list? Yenner explained. It is a ranking made by cultivators. Everyone on it has committed many evil deeds. Master, you are ranked first. Senior brothers and sisters are all within the top 30. Lu Zhou fell silent. Then, he let out a soft sigh. Get up, Yenner. You are the disciple I value the most. From now on, you are not allowed to commit such acts again. Yenner nodded quickly. Yes, Master. She stood up happily and moved behind him. Later, Lu Zhou called the other 3 disciples. Their loyalty had improved slightly, but it was still unstable. Zhao Yu was the first to speak. Master, it was a moment of confusion. Please forgive me. Duan Musheng and Mingshi Yin followed. We have served the sect for 100 years. Even if we have no great achievements, we have worked hard. Please show mercy, Master. Lu Zhou stood with his hands behind his back. He didn't even look at them. After a long silence, he finally spoke. What are your ranks? On the sinister list? Duan Musheng answered. 18th. Mingshi Yin said. 25th. Zhao Yu lowered her head. 28th. Lu Zhou spoke coldly. What fine disciples! You have truly brought me honor. The 3 trembled and immediately lowered their heads. We were wrong, Master. At this moment, Lu Zhou suddenly changed the topic. Since you know you were wrong, you must change. From now on, you are not allowed to commit evil again. Can you do that? The 3 were confused, but still answered together. Yes, Master. Lu Zhou stroked his beard and let out a soft sigh. I also made a mistake. I only taught you cultivation, but not how to be a good person. That is why you became like this, rebellious and cruel. Duan Musheng, Mingshi Yin, since the barrier of Jinting Mountain is broken, your punishment is to repair it. You're not allowed to leave, not even a single step. The 2 were stunned. They knew repairing the barrier would take many years, but compared to death, this was mercy. They quickly bowed. We accept the punishment, Master. Lu Zhou then looked at Zhao Yu. As for you, you will leave the mountain. Reflect on your actions. Atone for your sins. Zhao Yu knelt down, not daring to argue. Yes, Master. Lu Zhou then asked calmly. Tell me, what is good and what is evil? Yenner answered first. Helping others is good. Hurting others is evil. Mingshi Yin said, doing good deeds is good. Killing is evil. Duan Musheng added, serving the people is good. Helping evil is wrong. Lu Zhou shook his head slowly. Too shallow. Too empty. Then he spoke in a calm, steady voice. We may not be perfect, but we must have a clear conscience. The 4 were confused. Just a month ago, Master said to kill anyone who offended him. And now, a clear conscience? Zhao Yu spoke quickly. We understand, Master. We will kill those who insult you. Lu Zhou's expression stiffened slightly. He felt a headache coming. Talking to them was like talking to a wall. Still, he controlled himself. Change would take time. He spoke again. Stay on the mountain. Help repair the barrier. Your past actions will not be punished. But if you make the same mistake again, I will not spare you. Since you are my disciples, I will protect you. The 4 were shocked. Then, they quickly bowed. Thank you, Master. At that moment, their loyalty increased again. Lu Zhou watched them quietly. Grace and authority, both were necessary. Under his command, the 4 disciples left. Lu Zhou stood there, watching them disappear into the distance. Lu Zhou finally let out a long breath. Then, he opened the system panel. A notification appeared. Reward, 200 merit points. These points could be used for draws. Each draw cost 50 points. They could also be used in the marketplace. Weapons, techniques, even a Dharma body. But the prices were extremely high. Even the cheapest Dharma body cost 300 points. Zhou frowned slightly. He could only try the draw. The result appeared. Reversal card. He paused. The success rate was higher than expected. He decided to save the remaining points. His priority now was to improve his cultivation. At that moment, a new task appeared. Discipline the 8th disciple. Zhu Honggong. Zhou fell into deep thought. He could not rely on the peak card anymore. His current state was too risky. One mistake, and everything would be exposed. Among all his disciples, only Yenner was truly reliable. Her strength had already reached the divine court realm. She was the best choice. It would also be an opportunity to teach her about being a good person, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. There was still 1 reversal card left. Zhou paused for a moment. Before making any further decisions, he chose to return to the Evil Sky Pavilion. Meanwhile, at the headquarters of the Tiger Gang, a scout had returned with news. I went to Jinting Mountain and saw a Dharma body. Zhu Honggong frowned. What did it look like? The scout replied nervously. It was surrounded by golden light, with an 8-petal golden lotus beneath it. Hearing this, Zhu Honggong froze. His face turned pale. His legs began to tremble. He fell back on his seat, unable to stay steady. His voice shook. Is it really, Master? Then, his expression turned grim. We're finished. Back at Jinting Mountain, Zhou returned to the pavilion. After using the reversal card, his lifespan increased. 613 days. His appearance also looked slightly younger, but his merit points were low, only 150. Too little. He decided to rely on the system instead of old techniques. Zhou stood silently, lost in thought. A man's actions should not be judged only by others. But Ji Tiandao became what he was because of how he treated people. Even his own disciples turned against him. There was a reason. Zhou's eyes narrowed slightly. There was something deeper. A man's evil is often tied to his cultivation. The techniques he practices shape who he becomes. If the path itself is wrong, then the person will also go astray. Zhou made a decision. He would not walk Ji Tiandao's path. He would choose a different way. At that moment, a voice came from outside. Master, Yenner wishes to see you. She entered respectfully. Master, you look younger. Zhou raised his hand and gently touched her head. Yenner smiled brightly. Master, you are amazing. You defeated all 10 experts alone. Then, she asked, if you were so strong, why didn't you kill them? Zhou paused. This girl had dangerous thoughts. Listen carefully. Forget everything I taught you before. Yenner hesitated, then nodded. Yes, Master. Then she spoke again. Master, what about your promise? Zhou was slightly stunned. Some memories were missing. Yenner continued. You promised to give me the jade whisk when I reached Divine Court. Zhou's expression remained calm. Forget that. Yenner looked disappointed. Zhou looked at Yenner calmly. I will give you another heaven-grade weapon. That whisk does not suit you. It is usually used by old cultivators, not someone like you. Yenner smiled brightly. Thank you, Master. Zhou nodded slightly. Yenner, I have a task for you. Yenner bowed. I am at your service, Master. Zhou said calmly. There are still orthodox cultivators hiding around Jinting Mountain, watching us. Go, deal with them. Yenner's eyes turned sharp. Don't worry, Master. I will finish it quickly. With that, she disappeared. 10 minutes later, a notification appeared. You have eliminated an enemy. Plus 10 merit points. Then again, plus 10 merit points. Again, plus 10 merit points. Zhou's lips curved slightly. So, even if I don't act, I still gain points. As long as my disciples complete tasks, one after another, the points kept increasing. Soon, his total reached 300. Zhou opened the system shop. Without hesitation, he made a purchase. Apprentice rank. Taiji Avatar. The moment it activated, a surge of energy rushed into his body. His aura changed. So this is a breakthrough from body tempering to mystic enlightenment. In the body tempering stage, one can only train the body. Bones, muscles, skin, energy cannot be used. But once you break through, you become a true cultivator. You can control energy, and your power increases many times over. Another notification appeared. Plus 10 merit points. Zhou opened his panel. Name, Zhou. Race, human. Cultivation, mystic enlightenment realm. Merit points, 0. Remaining lifespan, 613 days. Item cards. Peak form card x2. Critical block cards times 5. Zhou frowned slightly. A higher level avatar costs 1,000 points. This system is going to completely rip me off. Zhou began to think, should I try some different cultivation techniques? Ji Tiandao had many techniques in his memory, but most of them were meant for his disciples. They had their own advantages and disadvantages, and they suited the disciples more than Zhou. Even Ji Tiandao's personal cultivation technique had its limits. If it didn't, his body would not have aged, and he would not have died. Zhou frowned slightly. If I want to increase this body's lifespan, I need a better technique, not some low-level cultivation method. Just then, he noticed something. My merit points have stopped increasing. He quickly understood. Looks like Yena has already dealt with all the small targets. A faint smile appeared on his face. If that's the case, I should make my disciples work more. They can earn merit points for me. While he was still lost in his thoughts, suddenly, a sharp attack came from behind him. A cold voice shouted, "Now you're finished." Zhou instantly turned around and said, "What?" A disciple of the Heavenly Sword sect. Zhou Jifeng, what are you doing here? Zhou Jifeng froze for a moment. He took a step back, clearly shocked. What? No way. How do you recognize me? Zhou narrowed his eyes and thought. This attacker feels like an expert. Should I call for help? But at that moment, a hidden system message appeared. Critical block card activated. The attack had already been blocked automatically. Zhou was still thinking when Zhou Jifeng attacked again. But this time, the system blocked the attack again. Zhou looked at him calmly and said, "Do you still want to continue?" Zhou Jifeng's face turned pale. He was so scared that he fell to the ground. He realized that the gap between them was too big. Zhou was far more powerful than him. Zhou looked at him and said coldly, "You have overestimated yourself." But even after hearing this, Zhou Jifeng did not give up. He gritted his teeth and walked forward again. He shouted angrily, "You killed my master. I will avenge him, even if I have to die today." Just as he attacked again, Yenner suddenly appeared and blocked his attack. Zhou stood there calmly without moving and said, "You are wasting your time." Yenner punched Zhou Jifeng and sent him flying into the wall. He crashed to the ground badly injured. Yenner said angrily, "How dare you sneak attack my master? I will tear you into pieces." Zhou Jifeng said in fear. Sure enough, the 9 disciples of Evil Sky Pavilion are all monsters. Even a young girl is this terrifying. Zhou said calmly, "Yenner, stand down." Yenner stepped back immediately. Zhou thought to himself, "This old body is too weak. I almost died just now. Good thing Yenner arrived in time. The critical block cards cannot save me forever. If this continues, I might have to use the peak form card again." At this moment, the system showed Zhou Jifeng's profile. Name, Zhou Jifeng. Race, human. Cultivation, early divine court realm. Status, enemy. Hostility, 85%. Then the system showed a notification. Hidden quest triggered. Instigate Zhou Jifeng to take action. Hint, everything you do has the potential to trigger a hidden quest. Zhou looked at Zhou Jifeng and said calmly, "I killed your master, so it is natural that you came for revenge. However, you have overestimated yourself. Coming here alone to kill me is no different from suicide." Then Zhou continued, "You started body tempering at the age of 8. You entered the mystic enlightenment realm at 9. You entered the condensing realm at 13. You entered the Brahmasi realm at 18. And you entered the divine court realm at 20. You are a rare genius. You could have waited a few more years before taking revenge. So why did you come here now? To throw your life away? Zhou Jifeng was stunned. He realized that Lu Zhou knew everything about him. At that moment, he felt deep regret. But now, it was already too late. Yenner felt a little unhappy. Master, why are you praising him so much? I became your disciple when I was 10. Now I am 15, and I am already in the divine court realm. Lu Zhou raised his hand slightly. Do not interrupt. Then he looked at Zhou Jifeng. Do you know why I did not kill you? Zhou Jifeng shouted angrily. Old villain, stop pretending. You can kill me. You can torture me. Do whatever you want. Lu Zhou remained calm. Do you really think your master is a good person? You are very naive. When I first met your parents, you were not even born yet. Zhou Jifeng frowned. What do you mean? Why are you saying this? Lu Zhou looked at him and said slowly, if I tell you, the person who killed your father was Luo Changfeng, would you believe me? Zhou Jifeng became furious. Impossible. You are trying to deceive me. Lu Zhou continued calmly. Many years ago, I traveled to Yi province. I stayed at the Jiang family's house. That night, a child was born. He had extraordinary talent. So I decided to take him as my disciple. I gave his parents 3 days to think about it. But when I returned the next day, the entire Jiang family had been slaughtered. When I arrived, it was already too late. No one survived. Everyone in the cultivation world believed that I killed the Jiang family. But I didn't care. I have killed many people in my life. One more crime meant nothing to me. But the truth is, the person who killed the Jiang family was Luo Changfeng. Zhou Jifeng clenched his fists. I don't believe you. Lu Zhou said calmly. You have a birthmark on your shoulder. When you were born, your body was cold and weak. I was the one who saved your life. That is why there's a cold energy inside your body. Your surname is Jiang. You are the son of a Jiang family. Zhou Jifeng froze. Very few people knew about the birthmark. Lu Zhou turned around slowly. You are still too young. Even if I tell you everything now, you may not be able to accept it. You can go now. Lu Zhou thought to himself. Sometimes, retreat is the way to advance. Even after hearing everything, Zhou Jifeng still did not believe him. I don't believe you. Your tricks won't work on me. Yenner became angry. If you dare insult my master again, I will kill you. Zhou Jifeng fell silent. He suddenly felt that the old villain was not as terrifying as he imagined. But this little girl was truly frightening. Lu Zhou thought calmly. When dealing with young people, you cannot be too gentle. Then he said slowly, your master, Luo Changfeng, killed the entire Jiang family. Then he took you away. 30 years ago, he entered the nascent divinity realm. The realm is divided into 3 major stages: Dao Primal, Chaotic Primal, and Dao Fusing. In the Dao Fusing stage, there is a way to advance. He was not yet finished when little Yuaner interrupted. Master, I know about this. With a powerful cultivation base, a Dao Fusing expert can devour another person's energy essence and cultivation base and fuse them as one. That is why the stage is called Dao Fusing. Am I right, Master? Lu Zhou paid her no mind. Meanwhile, Zhou Jifeng frowned and kept shaking his head. Lu Zhou continued. In the Dao Fusing stage, a cultivator can absorb another person's cultivation and make it their own. Lu Zhou looked at him. In the entire Heavenly Sword sect, only your cultivation path is exactly the same as Luo Changfeng's. Don't you think there is something wrong? I know you don't believe me. When you return, ask your grandmaster. You will get your answer. Then Lu Zhou said calmly, Yenner, escort him out. Yenner hesitated. Master, are you really letting him go? He attacked you. Lu Zhou said coldly. Don't be presumptuous. Yenner dragged Zhou Jifeng outside. You stupid pig. If my master wanted to kill you, you would already be dead. Why would he need to lie to you? She threw him outside the mountain. Zhou Jifeng's mind was in chaos. I don't believe this. I don't believe this. After Yenner returned, she asked, Master, why didn't you kill him? Lu Zhou stood with his hands behind his back. Killing is not the only way to solve a problem, but it is always one of the ways. At that moment, a system notification appeared. Warning, If your disciples commit evil, your merit points will be deducted. Lu Zhou was shocked. What? Merit points can be deducted? He immediately called his disciples. Tell me, what did you do just now? Mingshi Yin said, we were just patrolling around just like you asked us to. Lu Zhou said, you know my temper. I don't like anyone lying to me. Mingshi Yin bowed and said, Master, we found hunters at the foot of the mountain. They should not have come here. So we killed them. Lu Zhou was speechless. The barrier is broken. It is normal for people to enter by mistake. From now on, drive them away first. Only attack if they have bad intentions. The three disciples were confused. As they walked away, the disciples were confused. Zhou said, Senior brother, don't you think Master has changed? Mingshi Yin replied calmly, don't panic. Don't overthink. Just learn from your mistakes. Maybe Master is trying something new. At that moment, his loyalty increased. Loyalty, 68%. Duanmu Sheng said, we only need to follow Master's orders. Don't ask too many questions. Meanwhile, Lu Zhou was resting. Suddenly, a system notification appeared. You have saved 15 innocent lives. Reward, 150 merit points. Another notification appeared. You have received the worship of 14 people. Reward, 14 merit points. Another notification appeared. You have received devout worship from one person. Reward, 10 merit points. Then, a system hint appeared. Devout worship gives 10 times bonus. Ordinary worship does not give bonus. Another hint. You cannot receive merit points from a same person twice. Lu Zhou sat up immediately. So, I can earn merit points from worship too. Why didn't you tell me earlier? Another system hint appeared. If worship is forced, you will not receive merit points. Lu Zhou immediately said, Yenner. Yenner quickly ran in. Yes, Master. Lu Zhou thought to himself. So, as long as people respect me, I can gain merit points. Then he said, go tell your senior brothers and sisters. From now on, treat innocent people kindly. Yenner was confused. Kindly, Lu Zhou nodded. Yes, go quickly. Yenner said, okay, Master. I will inform them right away. Meanwhile, at the Tiger Gang headquarters, a messenger arrived. Chief, Moon Palace has sent a reply. Zhu Honggong asked, what did the letter say? The messenger replied, the palace master of Moon Palace said, since the old villain of Jinting Mountain killed Luo Changfeng, the sect leader of the Heavenly Sword sect, with one move, it means his cultivation has recovered, so they cannot help us right now. They also said, you should hide carefully, because among all his disciples, you are the weakest. Hearing this, Zhu Honggong's legs went weak. He almost fell to the ground, but in front of his men, he forced himself to stay calm. Don't panic. I'm still here. Why are you all so scared? At the same time, Lu Zhou received a notification. Reward, 50 merit points. Lu Zhou was confused. I didn't do anything. Why did I get merit points? Then his status panel appeared. Name, Lu Zhou. Race, human. Cultivation, mystic enlightenment realm. Merit points, 244. Remaining lifespan, 610 days. Item cards. Peak form card times 2. Critical block cards times 5. Lu Zhou thought, I finally found a way to earn merit points. But everything in the system is too expensive. Even if I save a lot, it is still not enough. With these points, I can only try the lottery. So he opened a lottery draw. 50 merit points deducted. Ding. You have obtained Wizard. The wizard roared softly and vanished into the thin air. Lu Zhou was shocked. The wizard is a unique and permanent mount. I never expected to get such a rare mount from a lucky draw. This is a heaven-defying prize. He thought to himself, Ji Tiandao must have collected many cultivation techniques, weapons, and rare mounts like this. After all, he lived for thousands of years and collected countless treasures. But now, I have nothing. I am very poor. In this world, those who cannot capture a demon beast or a wild beast, and those who do not have a flying chariot, learn to fly on swords. But compared to a real mount, flying on a sword looks like a child's toy. If we compare it to the modern world, A real mount is like the most luxurious car. It is a symbol of status. After thinking this, Zhou waved his hand. The wizard understood and vanished in the thin air. At the foot of Jinting Mountain, the disciples were standing. Everyone was shocked. Duanmu Sheng suddenly frowned. Is there something wrong? With my eyes, I just felt a very powerful, auspicious energy. Mingshi Yin quickly said, "No, this must be Master's new method. Master is deliberately hiding his aura. Just pretend we saw nothing." Zhou also added, "No, your eyes are fine. I also sensed it." Meanwhile, Zhou tried the lottery again. Ding! You received 1 luck point. He tried again. Ding! You received 1 luck point. Again. Ding! You received 1 luck point. After several draws, his merit points were almost gone. Only 44 points remained. Zhou's face darkened. As expected, this is a trap. This system is just trying to take my money. But still, getting the wizard from the lucky draw is already a huge profit. At that moment, far away, a group of people was heading toward Jinting Mountain. One of them said, "Not far ahead is Jinting Mountain. That is the old villain's territory. His cultivation is terrifying. Everyone is afraid of him, so they stay far away from this mountain." Another person asked, "Steward, if his reputation is so bad, why did the patriarch send young Miss here?" A third person replied, "Do you think the patriarch wanted to send her here? The old villain kills people without even blinking, but we had no choice. That is why the patriarch sent young Miss here. I just hope the old villain will help our sea family survive this disaster." The steward walking in front said, "Yes, I hope so too. A few days ago, the old villain defeated 10 experts alone. He even killed Luo Changfeng, the leader of the Heavenly Sword sect, with 1 move. If he is willing to help us, our sea family might survive." Just then, a cold voice came from ahead. "Who are you? How dare you step into Jinting Mountain?" They started trembling in fear. The steward immediately knelt down. "The sea family from Anyang City greets the—" He was about to say, "old villain," but quickly changed his words. "Greets the experts of the evil sky pavilion." Mingshi Yin walked forward and said, "The sea family from Anyang City." At that moment, Duanmu Sheng spoke from behind. "Fourth brother, the sea family of Anyang City is our junior sister's family." Mingshi Yin immediately understood. "I know that, brother. Fortunately, I am smart. According to Master's new rule, we cannot kill innocent people. We must treat them kindly. Also, they are junior sister's family." Zhou nodded. "Fourth brother is right." Mingshi Yin stepped forward and extended his hand. "Please get up. You don't have to be so polite with us." The sea family members became even more nervous. This must be a trap. The kindlier they act, the more humble we must be. "No, no, I don't deserve this." They kept bowing. Mingshi Yin said again, "Since you are from the same family as our junior sister, you are one of us. Don't be so nervous." "No, no, we don't deserve this. We don't deserve this." Mingshi Yin became a little annoyed. "You seem to prefer rough treatment, don't you? Go up the mountain now. Let Master decide what to do with you." The sea family representatives were brought to the pavilion. Zhou asked, "Which sea family?" Mingshi Yin replied, "Master, it is junior sister Yenner's family." Zhou thought, "So the sea family and Yenner's family are the same," he said calmly. "Let them enter." The 3 people walked in and immediately bowed deeply. "Greetings, Master Lu." Zhou did not respond to their greeting. Instead, he said calmly, "I once made a rule. Anyone who joins the evil sky pavilion must cut off all ties with their family and friends." "Yenner, do you remember this rule?" Yenner became nervous. "Yes, Master. I remember. I will send them back right now." At that moment, the steward started crying. "Young miss, it's me. You left home when you were 10. 5 years have passed. The sea family and your parents are in great trouble now." Yenner lowered her head. Over the years, she had missed her family a lot, but she knew the rules of the evil sky pavilion. The C family members knelt on the ground, crying and begging. Duan Musheng said coldly, "Be quiet." Zhou Yu looked at them and said calmly, "The evil sky pavilion is not a place for you to cry." Then she looked at Yin'er and said, "Little junior sister, if he were not from your family, I would have already sewn his mouth shut with my gold needle." Yin'er immediately knelt down. "Master!" At this moment, Mingshi Yin stepped forward, cupped his fists, and bowed slightly. "Master, rules are made to be broken. As little junior sisters, senior brothers and sister, her family is our family as well." He paused for a moment, then continued, "If we do not help our family when they are in trouble, then we are worse than pigs and dogs." Duan Musheng nodded and said, "Fourth junior brother has a point. I think the same." Zhou Yu also said calmly, "I also think the same, master." Lu Zhou looked at them quietly. Then he noticed their loyalty had increased again. Lu Zhou finally spoke. "What you said makes some sense, but the evil sky pavilion does not interfere in small matters." Mingshi Yin immediately smiled and said, "Master, your power is known throughout the world. If it is only a small matter, we can easily solve it." The other disciples thought to themselves, "This fourth brother is really good at flattery. He is just sailing with the wind, easily switching sides to match whatever the master wants." The C family knelt on the ground. They did not dare to raise their heads. Yin'er glanced at the steward. The steward understood and began to speak. "The C family has always been a well-behaved family in Yang City. We have lived peacefully for many years. Our business supports the livelihood of thousands of families. But 1 month ago, our trade caravan was passing through the river valley when it was robbed by a gang of mountain brigands. The C family did not want trouble, so we gave them money. But the gang did not stop. That same night, they attacked in Yang City, robbed everything, and kidnapped more than 100 people as hostages." Zhou Yu frowned and said, "If they are only mountain brigands, why didn't you ask the local authorities for help?" The steward said nervously, "Our family head thought the same. But when the authorities heard it was the mountain brigands, they ignored us and drove us away. It is said that the mountain brigands are backed by cultivators. That is why no one dares to provoke them." Zhou Yu said, "No wonder." Then she thought to herself, according to Master's old ways, the evil sky pavilion would never interfere in such matters. But that was in the past. Moreover, this matter is related to little junior sister, the one Master dotes on the most. After hearing this, Mingshi Yin stepped forward and bowed. "Master, please allow me to handle this matter. These mountain brigands have gone too far. How dare they kidnap little junior sister's family? Master, please allow me to atone for my past mistakes by doing good deeds. Little junior sister's family is in great danger. As her senior brother, I cannot ignore this matter." "Yes, Master, you told me to stay on the mountain, but this is a special situation. I hope Master will allow me to help them." Lu Zhou thought to himself, "With my current strength, interfering personally may bring trouble, but I can let my disciple handle it, and I will still receive the reward. This is like killing 2 birds with 1 stone." Lu Zhou said calmly, "Originally, little Yin'er should handle this matter herself, but she is still young, and I am afraid she does not know how to control herself. Since you, as her senior brother, have the heart to help her, I will let you handle this matter. You have 3 days." Mingshi Yin was shocked. 3 days? "Master, don't you think this is too short?" Zhou Yu said calmly, "Senior brother, you are a divine court expert. If it were me, 2 days would be enough. Have you become less confident now?" Mingshi Yin said, "We grew up in the same sect. Why are you trying to embarrass me?" Then he bowed and said, "I will complete the task, Master." Lu Zhou thought to himself, "The reason I gave him 3 days is because I do not want him to stay outside too long. The longer he stays outside, the more trouble he will cause." A system notification appeared. Assigned task, save the C family. Executor, Mingshi Yin. Time remaining, 2 days and 23 hours. Another notification appeared. You have received devout worship from 3 people. Reward, 30 merit points. Note: merit points will not be given for planned worship. Seeing Yinner's worried expression, Zhou stroked his beard and spoke calmly. Although your fourth senior brother likes the outside world, he always does things seriously and uses his brain wisely. He will solve this problem in less than a day. You don't have to worry. Yinner bowed. Yes, master. Zhou said. Yinner escort them down the mountain. Yes, master. After Yinner left, Duan Musheng and Zhao Yu looked at each other and thought. Master knew fourth junior brother would wander around and waste time. Everything is under master's control. Zhou said. Zhao Yu stepped forward and bowed. I want you to investigate the Heavenly Sword sect, especially the eldest disciple. Zhou continued. I also want you to investigate Zhou Jifeng's defection. Keep a close watch on him. Zhao Yu. Yes, master. I will complete the task. She then bowed and left. That's it for today, guys. Like, share, and subscribe for more.